March 3rd, 1982. The Cold War is at a breaking point. In the depths of the North Sea, a deadly game of cat and mouse is about to begin. A group of Soviet submarines is preparing to break out into the Atlantic, where they can wreak havoc on NATO supply lines. With NATO's fleets deployed elsewhere, the seas are dangerously exposed. Only 2 P-3 Orion patrol aircraft stand between the Soviet subs and open waters. These 2 aircraft are the last line of defense, tasked with finding and eliminating Soviet submarines before they can break through. But the submarines are using the merchant fleet as a noise cover, making detection nearly impossible. The Soviets are playing a dangerous game, slipping through the noise and chaos. Every minute brings them closer to the Atlantic, where they will vanish into the deep, ready to strike at NATO's most vital supply lines. To make matters worse, a US submarine may or may not be in the area, complicating the hunt. Full identification of any contact is critical. One mistake could mean friendly fire, or letting the enemy slip through. In this silent war beneath the waves, one misstep could be catastrophic. The Orions must find their prey before it's too late. Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Sea Power. Today an aerial sub hunt. Might sound like a contradiction in terms, but this is actually what we're using, the P-3C. We have a search area, we have an area that the Soviet submarines are considered escaped, and in order to prevent a breakout from these guys into the North Sea, we better start hunting them. We do not have a surface asset. I have created the mission myself. Sometimes you get a frigate, sometimes you don't. In this case, I don't. I also do not get an air base, which means that these P-3Cs are all that I have. I am not able to rearm them, I'm not able to get more sonobuoys. This is what we're going to have to use. The submarines are further complicated in the search for the submarines. Hey there, welcome back to Sea Power. Today, a sub hunt in the North Sea. This is a mission that I've created myself and added a couple of RNG methods so that I don't exactly know which submarines are going to spawn, how many. There's quite a bit of RNG in this scenario, and sometimes you get a frigate. This time I lucked out and did not get a submarine. Unlucky there. Sorry, did a surface ship. You get a frigate. There may or may not be a US submarine in the area as well. So it's not like I can just, without prejudice, engage any kind of subsurface threat or subsurface contact, because it might be an ally. And the US is probably not going to be that happy if you blow up their submarine. Now, this search area, we're going to have to comb through it, and the P-3C is our platform to do it with. They carry 48 sonobuoys, they have 8 torpedoes. Between the 2 planes, I should have plenty of sensors, but there are a few challenges. I do run out of range of these sonobuoys rather quickly, because they only have a range of 15 miles. On top of that, they only last for about an hour. And, of course, this being the North Sea, there is quite a bit of surface traffic out there. Let's activate the surface search radar and start populating the screen. There are no Russian warships here, so that's something I already know. I don't need to worry about those. It is just going to be merchants, but potentially a lot of merchants, which will complicate the search. The Soviet subs can definitely use that in order to mask their approach. So that is going to be a bit of a challenge. I want you to go maximum speed. 382 knots. And we're first going to close in at just cruise altitude, 15k, sorry, 25 feet, 25,000 feet. And then we're going to start dropping lower and prepare to drop sonobuoys. We're going to have some very large contacts over here. I'm just going to request everything to identify themselves. And make sure that I don't accidentally splash a merchant. Yeah, definitely a bunch of merchants around here. Okay, that's... it's to be expected, it's just not great because it will complicate the search. Alright, you're gonna go down. And here's the other somewhat tricky thing about this mission. As you're going down, your radar is not going to be as effective because you simply aren't flying as high. So your abilities to search using your radar are very limited. Which means that any contact that pops up on sonobuoys is gonna go, oh, there might be something out there. Yeah, but it's most likely a merchant. And these guys do fade rather quickly. So it's going to be all sorts of interesting from that perspective as well. Let's have you also activate your surface search. at least for the time being. And then dip these guys down to 1,000 feet. Stop dropping the sonobuoys. The first of our P3s is almost in position to start dropping sonobuoys. I've kind of divvied up the search grid in two sectors. An eastern sector and a western sector. And just added a couple of ruler lines every 10 nautical miles. So that I'll be able to start picking out more or less where to drop. And also keep in mind 15 nautical miles and you're out of range of a sonobuoy. The other one is still traveling. It's going to get here, well, when it gets here. Unfortunately, at this altitude, it's not capable of doing its top speed. So that is also a thing I have to keep in mind. As for these escape circles, if Soviet submarines make it here, the mission fails. And it is not a very long trek that they have to make if they were lucky enough to spawn right here. Because it's about 10, maybe 15 nautical miles, which for a submarine at 5 knots is about 2.5 to 3 hours. I have already spent half an hour just getting my assets to the right positions. So I have really lost a bunch of time, which means that I'm going to start combing out this area first with the British P3, while the Norwegian P3 searches the eastern side. After a bunch of searching, my search grid now looks like this, I did detect something on 2 sonobuoys. The range is unknown, and, well, it's somewhere around there. So let me mark that up. Like, somewhere around here. I kind of doubt it, but alright. I'm going to wait for the other P3 here, the British one, on the western side of the search area to drop more sonobuoys. Because this could be a Soviet submarine. As for the right-hand flank, nothing. We're detecting all sorts of merchantmen, including traveling Bradleys, I guess. But so far, no subsurface contact. So this is really our only lead. I'm really curious to see if we're going to find another hit with this P3. And I do like that we have him on 2... Oh, hold on. There's another. I do like that we have him on 2 buoys. Which... How did you get detected? It's dormant. We haven't detected it in about 24 seconds, so... Okay. Interesting. This buoy is just spotting, yeah, the merchantman. Not really targets of interest. I'm really curious to see what this one's going to detect. Because this might be where at least 2 of them are. I don't know how many there are. This is the RNG element. I don't know how many submarines there are. I just know that we need to eliminate these guys. Whether there's 2 or 20, 20 being the less likely on the spectrum, we'll just have to find them. A few dropped sonobuoys later and the solution has changed. This one seems to still sort of line up with that marker, but this one's completely different. So this could be a 3rd submarine. Again, keep in mind, it is possible that this is an American boat. It's getting picked up by this one? All the way over there? Hardly. Hardly. If this one's detecting them, could they be between the buoys? Could they be like over here? Because I find it just so unlikely that 1019 is detecting something all the way over there. But that's again, that's the ellipse, that's the massive search radius that you get. The other P3 is going to drop a sonobuoy, but we're going to retask it. I'm going to drop it in front of those merchants, because behind it, I'm going to be deaf. I won't be able to hear anything. There they are. I need to find out what those contacts exactly are. You know what? Let's just fly right up to them. And see if they're willing to play ball. We have another one. Pretty close. On the right-hand side of the map. So it's the Norwegian one that seems to have found something. I am running a little lower on the sonobuoys at this point. I got 25 left. So we're definitely chewing through these things at a pretty high rate. But hey, if we're starting to connect with submarines, all the better. It's just that I don't want to drop a torpedo on top of it until I know what it is. Can't have that American boat just get torpedoed out of existence. It would be bad form for the Norwegians. That'll probably cause a bit of an incident in NATO. As for the guys over here on the western side, I haven't seen them, or, well, heard them at all. So I'm very curious to see what happened to those. Let's just loiter here for a second. You. This guy is definitely getting detected by at least 1 or 2 sonar buoys, but you can see about 5 nautical miles out, and we had difficulty detecting him. And the rest of them, it's just merchants. The hell? Hello. Spill your secrets. Oh great. Franklin, Los Angeles, Permit, Skipjack, Sturgeon. But it could be 11 more. These are all American ships. Or American boats. I don't know what that is. Go find out. It's a shame we don't have a MAD, a magnetic anomaly detector, because that would give me an exact location on something. Oh, hello. Hold on a minute. Where do you think you're going? Again, this is in the ellipse, so it could be anywhere. This is a surf's contact. Hostile. It's an Alpha or a Victor. One way or another, that thing's going down. We got a hostile submersible. Very good. Finally found one after dropping all this. Then again, that's kind of the charm, if you will, for this scenario, which I understand is not going to definitely appeal to everybody. But I think it'll make it interesting for those of you who are interested in searching for targets. It's a Victor 1 or a Victor 2. Engage track 7035. There's the torpedoes. I'm going to try and drop in his baffle, so come up behind him where he's deaf. And that way potentially drop and he doesn't even know he's coming under attack. He's doing 10 knots at a depth of 125. Preparing to engage. Coming to course 240. You're on 250. Holding more or less steady. Come on then. Sometimes they have a bit of difficulty dropping, it seems. Ah, weapon away. Oh, okay, now there's 2 of them. Fine. As for the other area, you're still transiting to drop your sonar buoy. Alright, torpedoes, how we doing? Nice day for a swim. Go see if you can dig up something Soviet while you're down there. What's your depth? 125 and holding. Again, we are pretty much on his baffles, but not perfect. Torpedoes are pinging away. Going deeper. Seemingly matching the submarine. Very good. I want to give this thing a marker before we lose track of it. Hello, dude. You're about to have a very rude awakening. Oh, come on, Torp. There's a noisemaker, but I don't think the submarine's really going to get away with this thing. Oh, really? No, we hit him. We lost propulsion. This Mark 46 should circle around and try for a second attack. Okay, so that thing is definitely attacked. It's not dead, per se. But it could be in dire straits. At least. Now we need to figure out where those other subsurface contacts are. I'm going to keep this P3 circling until I know that this thing's properly destroyed. Yeah, we hit him again. That should do him in. He seems to be going straight down. Where's the noisemaker? I cannot select the boat anymore because we lost track of the boat. Okay, fine. How are you doing? Oh, you're still waiting to drop. What's down there? Surface contact. Not my problem. We got another surface there, another surface there. Merchant. Okay, so far so good. I think that November is going straight down. That's a big gash at the port side. And I thought we hit him on the... right on the stern. He doesn't seem affected though. Anyway, I'm going to continue the search because I'm thinking this guy doesn't have a whole lot of time left to live. Let's mark him up though. As for you, we're still looking for apparently at least one more submarine. Drop it here. What do we know about this guy? Nothing. It's been a minute and a half since we last heard of him. So I'm really hoping that this sonar buoy is going to give me a lot more information. Let's drop another one there. Not too far away. Try and sort of triangulate the contact. That's a surfacer. Not a problem. I don't like this detection age. This detection age is going up too much. Which means that we're about to lose him. Confidence is extremely low. Then again, he could be closer to buoy 1031. Sorry, yeah, 1031. Or he could be outside of the search grid by now. Of course, I have spent almost 2 hours in this scenario for now, so it's entirely likely that the guy... There you go, you're dead. That the guy isn't where he's supposed to be anymore. He's not going to just stay where he started because we wanted him to. One thing I haven't checked is the middle of the grid. Let's just go drop along the middle. Maybe there's something hiding right smack in the middle of the search grid. We're not picking up anything. Considering we're getting a detection from 1031, I'm going to drop closer to 1031. So let's say between track 1031 and 1040. And hopefully this way we'll be able to get a bit more info on him. Something like there. Looks like we have him again, but he might be outside of the grid. It's very difficult to detect because he's apparently getting picked up by 1023 now. Last time around it was 1031, so I'm thinking this bird might be able to pick him up if we're able to drop a few more buoys. Let's have the P3s work together on this hunt. Also because your sonar buoys are starting to run low. We're about halfway through. We've got 22 of them left. And I'm kind of worried that those are going to go down faster than I would like. Where is that track? Where's that sub hiding? The fact that I'm getting it on 1031, sorry, 1023 has me pretty convinced it's not that far away. We're 13 miles out. Drop another. Sort of triangulate it. The problem is, it's not an active one. Again. Oh, hold on a minute. No. It's about 10 seconds old. We're getting still some information, but this time seemingly from 1016. Okay, drop another. Here. Bit closer. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. You're much closer than I'd expected. Much closer. These birds don't accidentally have a mat on them, do they? They do! Oh, right. It's the thing in the tail. That, if I'm not mistaken, that tail thing, that's their mat. That's their magnetic anomaly detector. So if I'm flying directly over this submarine, I might pick it up on MAD. I completely forgot about that. Okay, you're going to continue your search. Because I'm now pretty confident I know where he is. Continue search along the middle axis. Let's hunt this guy down. We might also have a bit of a bearing on the third. We have track 1047 over here to the northwest, which is potentially way outside the search area. Or it's a heck of a lot closer than it seems. It seems to be getting picked up by 1023, which again is not that likely. So I'll have to try and narrow that down a bit. Trying to figure out exactly where he is. 19 sonobuoys left at this point. Place the Norwegian P3. This is not what we detected. This is not it. This guy's about to overfly. Do we need to be at 50 feet? How are we do? Oh, hello, hello. Classified. Alpha, Victor, or Victor. Confidence is going up. I can just engage the guy. Let's engage him with 2 torpedoes. I'm not sure why you're opening and closing your bomb bay for that. I know that I'm attacking the guy head on. It's just not ideal, but I want to see how well that's going to work out. 1 mile out. 1 away. 2 away. Torps in the water. Is that him right there? Oh yeah, that's him alright. He's not having a great time. That other Mark 46, yeah, this Mark 46 is on him. He knows exactly what he's going for. Well done. Now for that last. It was supposedly somewhere, I don't know. I'm saying northwestern quadrant of the search area, but... Oops, come on, where's that torp gone? Is he hit? Yeah, we hit him. This torp is going to fly over him by the looks of it. Why are you not... He's lost propulsion. Why are you not even tracking? Weird. Okay, so I want you to come round. Full turn. I do really like the look of these aircraft. It's a different type of sub-hunt, this one. How are you doing with your sonobuoys? You got 18 left. I want you to start calming this area. I'm going to drop another Mark 46 in the water. Because I'm not convinced that guy's dead. Oh, never mind. He just got hit again. He just got hit again. Seeing as the last one took 2 torps and sat on the bottom of the ocean for a while, figuring out whether he was dead or alive, yeah, this guy's dead. Another Victor eliminated. That's 2. We got noisemakers, but that's probably remainers from the Victor here, from 1046. So now we can hunt down whatever the rest of those submarines are, and wherever the rest of the submarines are. Lots and lots of searching later. I think we may have found a third. This is the one that was heading towards the northwest of where we were searching. So let me drop them up at large. We got 1 Victor dead here, another Victor dead over there, and now we have something making only 5 decibels of noise over here. Depth 38 feet, they're not deep. They're only 2 miles away from a sonobuoy. And yet, I'm having difficulty detecting them. So this guy is very quiet, whatever he is. Yeah, it can still be a German boat. Type 205, Type 206. Confidence is growing. This guy still has plenty of sonobuoys left. Let's drop a few more. Get a bit more information on them. I'm going to keep the other one around. But they only have 5 sonobuoys left. They've deployed the other 40. So they don't really have that much value anymore. Other than with their MAD, which is, well, looking for a very big magnetic object in an enormous haystack. Or as a weapons platform, because they still have their own torpedoes. How are we doing on the confidence? Only 0.38. That's not enough. It could be a kilo, I guess. That would be a hostile Russian. Coben is what? Norwegian or Swedish, I think? Let's see if we can box him in with the sonobuoy. At least we seem to have a very good idea about where he is. Part of my other sonobuoys, by the way, are already expiring, which is why you're not really seeing them on the map anymore. Yeah, it's a kilo. Alright then. Go kill it. Free to fire. You sneaky bastard. You just on periscope depth as well? Wow. That's really bold. What on earth are you doing at periscope depth? Or are you... Is he snorkeling? No, he wouldn't be snorkeling. Snorkeling, for those unaware, is when a submarine comes to the surface to use a snorkel mast to try and recharge their batteries. And a kilo, I believe, is a diesel-electric sub, so he might be snorkeling, but he wouldn't be doing just 5 decibels. It's not enough. Anyway, torpedo in the water. Or soon to be. So that kilo is going to have a very bad time, and if they are not snorkeling, and that's instead of in the periscope, then by now they should have a pretty decent idea that there is a P3, well, 2 of them in fact, hunting them. The torpedo is active, but scouting way too deep. That's not where they are, dude. No, 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 not this again. They're scouting in the wrong place. Get the other P3 around. Yeah, they're definitely going to the wrong location. This thing is going to 200 feet. We're looking for something at the periscope depth. Hit him again. No, probably didn't have the right approach time. Okay, fine. Loiter. Want you to come in. You're still 12 miles out, but that's fine. You'll be here in a minute. Okay, let's try this again. Come round. Hit him. Get ready. Weapon is away. There it goes. Stay here. Don't go too far. We might need more weapons. Because if this guy also decides to go very deep, I probably won't be able to get the sub with this torpedo. This one's going... Yeah, this is looking pretty decent. This is looking pretty decent. Be prepared to see a very big splash. Oh, really? Come on! I think we're maybe dropping these torps way too far away or something. This Mark 46 just sailed past this kilo. And I think it's even obscuring the sound profile from the kilo. Because we can't see him anymore. Well, hear him anymore. Okay, another attack. This Mark 46 is still searching, but way, way too deep. Weapons away. There's the other P3. I'm gonna have to be careful not to crash these planes into each other. Another sonobuoy. Yeah, this one has failed. This one might still have options. So nicely cruising at about 60, 70 feet. I wonder if this is a weak spot for the Mark 46, that the sub, the sub is too deep. Or sorry, too shallow actually, not too deep, too shallow. And it is in fact so shallow that it's getting away with it. Let's see if we can overfly it. Go to 50 feet. Maybe the mat can pick it up. I just think we're too high at the moment. Oh, he's going deeper. He's 200 feet down now. At that point, maybe these Mark 46s can still pick him up. I want you to head south, I want you to head northwest. We still seem to have a pretty decent idea on where he is. Confidence is good. This thing is going to the seabed. Not where I need you to go. Alright, another attack. There's another Mark 46 over there, but that's definitely not going to catch him. Okay, come round. Come round. Speed that up. Drop a torp there. Drop a torp there, because that seems to be more or less where he's going. You're still only at 70 feet. Okay, that's the other one. This one's refusing to drop. Maybe it's too low. Go to 300. Here's the torp. Head east. Prepare another attack run. Torps are active. What's the kilo doing? 14 knots at 355 feet. Going deeper, in fact. They're going down to 360. If he keeps going deeper, he's going to hit the seabed. Might be his plan, just to hide down at the seabed. This torpedo's way too shallow. This one's sort of at the right depth. Come on. Gonna toss a few more torpedoes into the water. I'm hoping not to overplay my hand and that this is in fact the last torpedo. Oh, sorry, last sub. Because I only have 8, now 7 more torpedoes between my 2 aircraft. Torpedo splashing down, there we go. What are you doing? 370 feet at 14 knots. You're only 90 feet down. You still need to go a lot deeper. Fly here. You're going to 180, 190. He might be on him. This one? I kinda doubt it. But they're actively pinging, and they're definitely chasing something. That's slight course correction, 350, 351. Yeah, this is on him. This one's on him. It's unfortunate that I can't actually seemingly track the kilo itself anymore. But these torps know where something is. 400 feet. Coming to course 022, 023, 025. Come on, let's give these torpedoes some time to work. 500 feet. This one is definitely still a threat to him as well. 600 feet. It's possible he's trying to run away east. Drop a sonobuoy. I'm not getting enough information. Hello. So you're our target, that's for sure. Are we really going to miss him? Hostile. That's our friend. He's slippery. Getting right through. Hit him again. Okay, you dropped your buoy. Excellent. Get some distance. Come on, dude. Drop it. Thank you. Veer off. Another passive contact. The hell? 7070, but this is 7069. Oh, there he is. Yeah, we have him. Unless this submarine really messes up, we have him. Finally. There you go. You bastard. Boom. Hit the track. Propulsion's out. Oh, it's gonna get sandwiched. Yes. Congratulations, you've successfully located and neutralized the Soviet submarine threat in the North Sea. Your diligence and coordination with NATO assets has prevented their escape into the Atlantic. Very good. Mission complete. So, that is a sub-hunt using a couple of P3 Orions. I hope you guys enjoyed the scenario. It is, again, going to become available on the Steam Workshop for you to play. Let me know what other sort of scenario you'd like me to play down below in the comments. For now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for more videos.